My name is Eric Hurst. I'm a public information officer here at Aurora Fire Rescue, and for the next 24 hours, you and I are riding along with Paramedic Engine 4 on the A shift. Station 4 is located in the west central part of the city of Aurora near Mississippi Avenue and Peoria Street. This fire engine is one of the busiest in the city, and last year it responded to just over 4,400 calls. The crew tells me they're averaging about 12 to 14 incidents per day. It's a Friday, so I'm curious to see what this day and night will bring.
Dodgy dealer's choice, Havana or Peoria?
Thank you both. 921.
Peoria to Alameda, right on Juliet.
Yep.
First turn into the complex.
Yeah. So the big thing we wanted to do is we wanted to get our probationary firefighter Lauren Cole some exposure to the buildings in our area. This is typically a pretty unique building, just the way it's laid out. Stairwells in different locations and flip-flopped on the other side. I'm going to go look for it, and you're going to get the hose off.
Okay.
And then we're going to start our stretch. And then hopefully I can locate the fire because we're going to be here without a truck most likely. And then that way we can direct you where you're going, right? So, Tim, we got 4 doors just to get to the fire floor. So, again, this is rough scare chops, right? Dogs is going to help you with that. He'll probably help you before he does this. And then your deal's going to help. And I should, if I can, I'm going to throw some chocks in just to get it done. So, again, this is a little bit slower of an evolution as far as we have to locate.
I was thinking about a department pack. Think we'll need one for 26.
I don't think we're not on this evolution right now. Okay, hang on.
And then also just stretching in the stairwells, getting used to not stretching in a parking lot or something with an exterior walkway that's pretty simple. It adds complexity when you start adding in different conditions inside the hallway versus stairwell. Just other options we have to manipulate getting around the stairs. So it's a good way for the company to get out and stretch. And chalk doors, stretch in the hallway, stretch in the stairwell, and just throw in different scenarios that help us stretch when it's really going. You realize the second floor is right here. We don't have a ton of room to work with, so you need to dump some of yours because you want to have 50 feet working, and then we got to manage the rest as we go up, right? I'd say about right there is good. Might come back, we'll do we got heavy smoke. We open it up. If it's nasty conditions, open the line up and spray. Well, is the door open or not? Door's probably open if the conditions in the hallway are really bad, or it's burned through. A little bit easier. So you come up to a door, and it's locked, and the door's shut. You think that's your fire room?
Less likely.
Less likely, right? We still got to probably check it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But then let's move on because door shut, door shut. Door shut, door shut. Oh, well, now we found an open door. That's probably our fire department. And obviously, conditions are getting worse the closer we get. It's getting hotter. So if I got a tick, I'm able to see. Yeah, I don't feel like I have enough experience to not get out in the community and figure out what the buildings. So, at 3:30 in the morning when we're just waking up after a third one after midnight and this place is going, I want as much pre-arrival information as I can get because I'm going to be excited. Our company's going to be excited. And having more information, the better. So basically the difference between a dirty hallway and a clean hallway is a clean hallway is going to be conditions within the enclosed hallway that we're able to stretch our hose line. We got visibility is pretty good. We don't need to necessarily be worried about the door being opened and fire coming down at us, and we're able to stretch our hose line all the way to the apartment door. When it's a dirty hallway, that means conditions typically are there's a door that is left open or it's burned through, and now conditions in the hallway are not, we have to be on air, and more than likely we have to charge our hose line in a safe area before we are able to advance. Smoke filled, usually darker in color, warmer, hotter, especially as we get closer. But anything that requires us to be on air really is more of a dirty hallway than a clean hallway.
So for the people who live in apartment buildings, if there is a fire, is it good advice to keep their apartment doors to the hallway closed?
Absolutely, if they can. Obviously, number one consideration is get out. But if you can keep your doors closed, then that makes a world of difference.
Engine 4 on entry cross South Savannah Street, Exhibition Avenue. Engine 4 entry cross South Savannah Street, East Exhibition Avenue. Respond on time to record quickly. Medical not covered. Respond on.
First, we'll respond emergency looking at our crash. One day truck party has been under position. Put up on truck 3 and 6.
Alright, does he? Everybody is holding.
Engine 4, fire dispatch.
Engine 4.
You're gonna have medic 107 and basic 512 going with you. This is for a 3 to 4 vehicle crash. You have PD on it. They are not yet en route. Unknown extent of the injuries at this time, but you'll be looking for a white, gray, and black SUV.
Yeah, sweet. Engine 4 copy. Look at all these people. Dazzy, let's flip around and walk. Or you can just dive in there. That'd be fine too.
That's gonna take a while.
Just get that bumper out of the road for us too, would you?
Medic 107 on scene.
Medic 107.
Dispatch report on scene of a 3 vehicle accident. Minor moderate damage will be investigating. Go ahead, let's just give me a minute, man.
Well, the first thing we're trying to do is we're trying to get an idea of how many vehicles are involved and where to position our apparatus to make sure that we can control the scene as best as possible for, making it safe for not only the occupants of the cars but also ourselves. Best bet is to, if they can get out of the way, to leave us access and then not pay attention to what we're doing. Looky-loos, trying to pay attention to what we're doing, and then they potentially wreck themselves. Like on our last car wreck, somebody wasn't paying attention, they were looking at what we were doing and there was a fender bender. It happens quite often, so to keep everybody safe, if you just pay attention to what's in front of you and keep driving, that keeps everybody safer.
Unknown injury crash. He's now going to have these.
Look at you on YouTube.
How you doing?
What's up, Chief?
Unknown injury crash. Contact you with.
You're gonna have medic 105 going with you, and then PD has the call. They are not yet en route. We're getting quite a few calls on this 3-vehicle accident. At this time, 1 vehicle is smoking, and there is 1 female limping. We don't have any more info on injuries.
But as we're approaching, I'm specifically looking at potential number of vehicles, the damage of the vehicles, and then once we pull on scene, we need to get a quick triage to find out how many patients we have and if there's any extra needs as far as like extrication or fire or any of that aspect, and then to add in additional resources. On this one we have 2 green patients, green meaning minor injuries, both from the same occupant, so we can handle with just our engine and 1 ambulance. If the people were hurt from multiple cars, then we would get multiple ambulances and potentially more fire apparatus.
Oh, don't do it. Toyota, what are you doing? Alright, not stopping, Nazi. Alright, clear right. Alright, so we'll turn left on Jewel.
Left on Jewel.
Lauren, we'll bring everything, including the man sack.
Copy.
He'll start on compressions.
Yep.
Engine 4, fire dispatch.
Engine 4.
You're going to be responding at the request of Basic 514, who is already on scene with a 48-year-old female, conscious and breathing, has been having dizzy spells, pain radiating down her left arm and into her jaw, and they want you guys for cardiac monitoring.
Engine 4, difficulty breathing.
We got a call. Bye, Chris. See you later. Go put on the fire.
Yeah, we're just clearing that call. You have to do this on that.
All right, LT. So we're 9 calls in.
Yep.
We did training. We're walking out of Olive Garden, which I've never done in a fire engine before. What's the tradition with Olive Garden?
So it kind of started as a joke when we first built the crew here, and it just kind of turned into anytime somebody's birthday, we go to Olive Garden because we went here the first time on my birthday. They wanted to surprise me, and it just kind of stuck. And then next thing you know, 2 years later, we've been here on everybody's birthday. So we decided to treat the Proby to the first time.
And no time to cook today anyway, so
Yeah,
it works.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, typical Fords Day. Everybody knows that, but nobody wants to admit it.
Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Going to the Waffle House is a sign. We're going to sleep all night.
Oh yeah, that's normally a 2 o'clock call, dude.
Yeah.
We're good. There it is. There she goes, Studsy. There she goes.
Going left still?
Yeah.
Engine 4, and a hemorrhage.
All right, it's just after 9 p.m. We're back in quarters to try and eat dinner again. Well, we were able to get through dinner without being interrupted, which was great. The crew just finished doing some station chores, cleaning up, and now they're working on all the reports from the calls that we've been going on today. It's going on about 10:20, so the crew is just kind of starting to relax, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the night.
Engine 4 fire dispatch.
Engine 4.
Engine 4, you're responding to Medic 114 for a 69-year-old female. Conscious, not alert, experiencing breathing problems.
It's been 24 hours since you and I started our ride along here at Engine 4. Total calls for the shift were 13, which was right in the middle of where the crew prediction was. Hopefully this gave you a good insight into life at the Mississippi Madhouse and maybe even inspired some questions or some things that you would like to see in upcoming videos. Some ideas that I have is to start talking more about emergency medical services here, specifically what paramedics are able to do for patients, and a little bit more detail of what that looks like when they respond to medical emergencies. We also haven't taken a deep dive into the difference between the engines, ladder trucks, and other apparatus here, which I'll be sure to start featuring coming up. But if you have suggestions, questions, or comments, please leave them in the comments section on our social media channels or send us an email at afdpio@auroragov.org, and I'll see you in the next video.